undergo that the administration will be conducted by the clerk of the committee.
I, CDK Ture,
I, CDK Ture,
do hereby affirm that
do hereby affirm that
I will speak the truth,
I will speak the truth,
the whole truth,
the whole truth,
nothing but the truth.
nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me Allah.
Thank you.
Okay.
I, Landin Bisane,
I, Landin Bisane,
do hereby affirm that
do hereby affirm that
I will speak the truth,
I will speak the truth,
the whole truth,
the whole truth,
nothing but the truth.
nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me God. Thank you.
The gentleman at the back is not part of, or from the ministry. Okay. We may proceed. We are expecting Mr. Clark from Masakonko Area Council to present 2019 and 2020. I think even 2021, we are expecting that also to be presented. And I want them to take us through week reports are due or are with them for presentation to the committee from 2019 to 2021 and even 2022 by the constitution is due. So how far are you on the reports that you're supposed to present, and which one are to be presented for today? Mr. Chair? Yeah.
Thank you very much. Honorable Chairman of this committee, I want to acknowledge the presence of the Mansakung Area Council, and of course, thank you for inviting us to this occasion. I will, on that, now give the opportunity to my CEO, that's the Chief Executive Officer of Mansakung Area Council, to take us through the report as required. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm CDK Ture. I'm CDK Ture, representing Masakonko Area Council as the CEO. I would like to inform you that my council 2020-2021 was audited, but we are yet to receive the draft audit report. So the process is still on. But for the 2019, we already have the report with us here that we would like to present today. audited.
Audited.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
just about a month ago,
Okay.
but we are yet to receive the draft report.
You are yet to receive.
Yes.
National audit.
Thank you. On the roofing side, 2019 was audited and finalized in October 2021, but has not been discussed. And then this year we conducted the audit of 2020 and 2021 together. That the draft is this week, the draft will be sent to finalize before the end of the month. That is it.
Made a loan for 2022. We are trying to clear this padlock, so I hope we get your cooperation. That one? Yes, by March. Yes. Then before that means we have 2029 done and set for presentation. How about in the you only have a draft for 2020. How about 21? When are you expecting to finalize? Today. Honorable members, as indicated earlier on, we are expecting 2019 to 21 from Mansatongo Area Council. And according to them, so far it's 2019 that is audited, and 2021 and 20 are at draft stage, both GBA and national audit. So that means we are expecting for today's presentation the 2021 report for the audit and the GBA. What will take session 2019 for both audit and GBA. What will take?
Yeah, thank you very much. Since we have 2019, I think we can just go ahead and deal with it. And then once we have the 2020 and 2021 finalized, then we can schedule them for another time. But I think also the GPPA reports should not also delay our work. We can just go ahead with it, and then once they come, we can take a look at it.
The right get GBA right. Do you have the 2019 goal? And it's due for presentation today. Or at the sector committee. Okay. What he's trying to say for that one, we have been dealt with the previous committee for the 2019 GBA. So that means what we are expecting from them is the 2020-21 for GBA.
Honorable Chair, since we have it in-house, why can't we tell the clerk to liaise with the clerk of the sectoral committee so that we can have the report tomorrow, since it is submitted? The mic is on though. I'm saying since the report is submitted to the sectoral committee, why not we do some in-house checking and make sure that we have it handy? That is for 2019. For 2019. Yeah, GPPA, yes. Hmm? No, we can continue with the presentation and then later we can have that. The clerks can work together. Yeah, and make sure we have it. Yes.
Then let's proceed. That means we have 2019 report to be presented, excluding that of the GPDA. And here, I will now hand over the baton to Masakonko Area Council to lead us through to present their financial statement and then the activity report. Along with the financial statement, the management letter also will be presented. Then we'll end up with the presentation of the activity report. Now, since we have copies of the both reports, I will advise that we do the summary form of the presentation. Over to the chairperson of the council. Financial. Let's start with the financial statement. Please, I think that is the most complicated one. Then we can end with the activity report. I think you all have your copies on table numbers. While you are presenting, you can take us through the pages.
Good morning, Honorable Chairman, National Assembly members, subject matter specialists. I hereby read the financial statement for the year 31st of December 2019. The General Council presented an audit financial statement of Mansakongo Area Council for the year ended 31st of December 2019. Principal activities. The principal activities of Mansakongo Area Council.
Are you with me?
Page 2.0. Page 5.
Page 5. Okay, let's proceed.
The principal activities of Mansakongo Area Council is to provide basic services, infrastructure,
of its inhabitants from human, financial, material resources, and opportunity generated in the municipality. General Council members. The members of the General Council during the year are listed on page 3. That is the chairman, the vice chairman, and 8 councillors plus a chief rep, business representative, national youth rep, disabled rep, and civil society rep on page 3. General Council responsibility for the financial statement. The Council is responsible for preparing financial statement for the year, which give a true and fair view of the financial position and finance performance of Mansakongo Area Council for the year 2019. In preparing this financial statement, the Council is required to select a suitable accounting policies and then apply them constantly. Make judgment on the estimates that are reasonable and prudent. State whether applicable accounting standards have been followed, subjected to any material departure disclosed and explained in the financial statement. Prepare the financial statement on the ongoing concern basis. The Council is responsible to keep proper accounting records and disclose with the responsible accord and at times the financial position and financial performance of Mansakongo Area Council and to enable them ensure that the financial statements comply with the provision of the government budget management and accountability act. Finance and accounting manual for local government authorities. Local government acts and the finance and audit acts and applicable accounting policies appropriated for Mansakongo Area Council. The Council is responsible for safeguarding the assets of Mansakongo Area Council and hence taking responsibility steps for the prevention and detection of fraud and other irregularities. Therefore, page 4.0, write the financial statement for the year ended 31st.
The bullet was
Page 10, yes. There you have the financial statement for the year ended 31st of December 2019. 4.1, income and expenditure account. Lansing's opening balance, Lansing's, we have 2,039,800 collected for Lansing. Taxes, 98,591. Rates and tax, 5,687,462. Rent and fees, 3,196,381. Other incomes, that includes like hawkers, Lansing and others, 128,000. Grants, 500,000. The total income for 29 for December for the year ended 2019 was 11,652,184. Expenses, we have chairman's office, that is chairman plus councillors and the allowance, 1,738,033.89. Administration, that is the CEO and the support staff, 1,809,806.28. Finance department, that is the finance department, 1,936,203.88. We have the marketing department, that's the unit, 485,224. Procurement unit, 207,725. Internal audit, 94,934. Planning and development, 756,380. Health and sanitation, 542,837. Security unit, that's 523,386. 131.70. Contributions 302,844. Then development projects, you have 3,388,965. Then the total over expenditure. The total expenditure is 11,786,041.09. So that was a budget deficit of 133,857.09. A trial balance was prepared under and all the revenues were a trial balance was prepared, and then as you can see on page 11, 4.2, lansings all are on the credit side, that is all the revenues are on the credit side and the expenses on the debit side, and still there was a balance brought forward of 133,857.09. Yes.
And then you get to the management area.
Page 7, 3.0, page 7. Auditor General's report. 3.0, page 7. Auditor General's report. Auditor General report on the financial statement of Masakongo Area Council for the year ended. Financial statement of Masakongo Area Council. We comprise the balance sheet as at 31st December 2019 and the revenue and expenditure statement and notes to the financial statement. In our opinion, because of the significance of the matter discussed in the basis for adverse opinion section of our report, the accompanying financial statement do not present fairly financial position as at 31st December 2019 and of its performance for the year then ended 2019 in accordance with the Local Government Act 2002, Financial and Accounting Manual for Local Government Authorities 2009, and General Accepted Accounting Principles. the basis for adverse opinion. 1. Framework and accounting policies adopted. The Council did not state the accounting policies it adopted and followed for the treatment and reporting of its transactions. It was not appeared from the review of the statement which policies were followed. No, 2. No information on assets and liabilities. The financial and accounting manual for local government authorities required the preparation of a balance sheet. This may not be practicable given the basis of accounting followed by the Council, the scarce basis. IPSAS, however, strongly recommend disclosure of information on assets and liabilities of the reporting company within the notes of the financial statement. For this reason, the true and complete picture of the Council standing is not available to stakeholders for decision making. 3. Disagreement between primary books and journal balances. The cash book balance for the relevant accounts had huge difference with the corresponding code in the ledgers. There was a cumulative deficit variance of 618,130 and cumulative surplus variance of 125,219 respectively. This difference remained unexplained and uncorrected up to the time of finalization of this report. 4. Disagreement between ledgers and trial balances. There were a huge difference between most account balance in the ledgers with corresponding balances in the trial balance. A cumulative variance of 9,127,636 and $11,786,041 in 9 bureaus for revenue and expenditure respectively existed. This too was not explained and or corrected up to the time of finalizing this report. Most of the balances in both the ledger and the trial balance had zero balances, and the management did not. It should be management. Can excuse our this thing. Management did not provide any explanation. Honorable, this is the auditor's opinion for the year ended 31st December 2019. I don't know whether you would like me to proceed to the management letter of reference. Okay. I will refer you to after page 11. You will get to the management letter section, and then you can go to page 3. If you go up to page 11, that will be the end for this report. Then, yeah, page 3 of the new session. 1.0 internal control. I will only give the findings. Quickly go just the findings, and then because you have in the record the implication and orders will be with you. Internal control environment. 1.1 finding. We assess the internal control arrangement designed by management to ensure that misstatements are detected and corrected on a timely manner, and noted the following weaknesses. There is currently no evidence of code of conduct for staff. The general staff do not know what the standards are in terms of behavior component regarding the work. There is a clear disregard to standard policies and procedures relating to key processes such as payment and receipts. There do not appear to be consequences to most of such breaches, as there appear to be management tolerance to such practices. 2. There are currently no robust fraud prevention and detection mechanism in place to mitigate the occurrence, even though several incidents of suspected fraud activities have been reported. That's 1.1. 1.2 on page 4. Accounting policies for preparation of financial statement. The notes presented for our review did not indicate the accounting policies it adopts for the preparation of the financial statement. The financial statement related notes were not submitted during the audit exercise for review. That's 1.2. Go to 1.3 on page 5. 1.3. Key vacancies in management. The Local Government Act 2002 required the establishment of at least the following departments: finance, services, planning and development, and administration. Finding. Our review revealed that the council did not currently have director of services and administration. 1.4 on page 6, governance structure. Weak governance. 1.4 on page 6. According to section 34, subsection 1 of the Local Government Act, a council shall establish the committee referred to in part 4 and the following other committees: finance, establishment, development, and such other committees as the council may deem it fit. Findings. We assess the governance structure of the council and discovered the following. 1. We reviewed minutes of the subcommittee and noted that there were no minutes on file for establishment and development from 2019 to date. There was only 1 minute for the Finance Committee during 2020 and none for 2019. We did not have any other evidence regarding the functioning of the committees. Other minutes on file, which were all single minutes, include meeting for Education and Agriculture subcommittees. Contract was the only subcommittee which had several minutes on file. We go to page 8 now. 1.5. Sustainability of services. Findings. During our planning assessment, we noted the following going concern issues. The 3 revenue components of billboard fees, hotel lodges, lancing, car park fees were transferred from the council control to NRA, GT board, and GRA respectively. 2. Grant payable to the council from the government has not been received by councils in accordance with the Local Government Finance and Audit Act, up to 10% of council's capital budget. 3. General low rates of taxes collected by the council, barely sufficient to implement planned activities. 1.6 on page 9, internal audit function. The internal audit department at the council is staffed with only 1 staff. He is currently on studies and is available only 2 days a week. There is no audit committee at the General Council, and the internal auditor is currently not a fixed member of any of the subcommittees. Inspection of the internal audit office revealed that it is not equipped with the requisite working tools such as computers and printers to enable proper performance of its duties. Review of the internal audit correspondence revealed a general problem with compliance and cooperation from responsible parties. It had to take the intervention of the chairman and a number of times to institute basic recommendations. 1.7 on page 10, review of draft financial statement. No balance sheet, financial position. Financial and accounting manual 912C required council to maintain the following account as a minimum: revenue and expenditure statement A, and B, balance sheet. Findings. During the audit, the council submitted a draft income and expenditure statement, but no balance sheet was presented to us for the period under review. That's going to page 11. Page 11, 1.7.2, difference between cash book and revenue ledgers. 1.7.3, difference between ledgers and trial balance as well. Findings. During our review, we agreed the cash book entries and the balances on the ledgers for selected revenue accounts are noted the following variant. See page 4.4.1 on the annexure. Then refer you to page 12, 1.8 on page 12. No operational plan. A strategy plan defined and established the long-term objectives, including resources allocations, whilst a related and complementary operational plan lays out the details and shorter-term implementation guide to the achievement of the strategy plan. Finding. Inquiry during the audit revealed that the council did not develop an operational plan for the period under review. That's page 12. Page 13. 18.1, lack of disaster recovery plan. Findings, I'll just go to the findings straight. We noted from our review that council did not document any disaster recovery plan to ensure business continuity in case of a disaster. That's page 13. I go to page 14. Page 15.
other misstatement on presented document on 2.1, page 15. I just take you to the findings straight. During audit inspection at the council, the following documents were requested and up to the time of writing this query were not presented for audit inspection. See the list of documents below. Disaster recovery plan, operational plan, the budget for 2018 and 2019, quarterly revenue and expenditure report, bank statement and bank reconciliation, the fuel register, training policy, database of procurement made for the period, procurement plans for the period under review. These were the documents requested but were not submitted. Page 16, 2.2, segregation of duties over payment. Finding, review of a sample of payment vouchers revealed that several payments were effected with the authorization of only the CEO. Details are shown in page 4.1. That's 2.2. You go to 2.3 on page 17. Payment raised without payment vouchers. Findings. We noted from our review of sample of payment that various payments were raised without vouchers being raised. Attached to these payments are supporting documents and requisition forms. Details are highlighted in page 4.2. It means payment were effected without raising the payment vouchers. On page 18, 2.4 on posted collections. Examination of Director of Finance GTR against the main cash book revealed an amount of 27,800 not posted in the main cash book. Details are shown below. That's page 18. Page 19, 2.5, no bank reconciliation performed. The finding, Section 903 of Finance and Accounting Manual for Local Government Authorities required the performance of bank reconciliation. It also specified the format and content. Inquiry with the Director of Finance revealed that bank reconciliation was not performed during the entire period of 2019, January to December. Page 20, on 2.6, non-preparation of subsidiary books. The following subsidiary books as required by the Finance and Accounting Manual for local government authorities to facilitate financial reporting were not prepared and filed by the council. Control account for debtors and creditors to report balances owed to and from creditors and debtors respectively. Monthly abstract books to analyze all revenue and expenditure transactions from the cash book. These subsidiary books were not prepared or were not submitted during the audit. Page 21, 2.7, discriminate allowance payment. Finding, we noted from review of the payroll a discriminate payment of allowance to a few staff. No appropriate basis is provided for the decision. We also noted different rates of transport allowance allocated to staff, and again, no reason advanced to the different rates applied. All the rates, 250 and 500, were well below the revised rate legislated by the government which was 1,500. Page 22, 2.8, incomplete asset register. We review and verify the council asset and asset register respectively and observe the following. The purchase date of the assets not recorded, serial number not correctly recorded, the cost of the asset not stated, movement of asset not appropriately updated on the register. 2 motorbikes with the reference below did not have number plates for identification. The register was not updated with all assets. The procurement from 2020 were not included. 2.9 on page 23, incomplete staff files. Review of a sample of staff files, review several key documents not filed as required. See attachment on page 4.3, on paragraph 4.3 on annexes. These are the annexes now. And then on page 26, GTRs used for deduction. On page 26, 2.11. We noted from our review of sample of GTR that council uses GTRs as highlighted in the table below to administer deduction of 1/6 loan issued to staff. on page 26. On page 27, 2.12, difference between GTR and cash book. Review of sample GTR against the main cashier's cash book reveal a cumulative deficit amount of 7,900 resulting from underposting of collected revenue. Details are on the table below. On page 29, this is the performance review conducted at the end of the audit exercise. Finding on page 29, markets are one of the most important establishments of council. It is also one of its most important source of revenue, which helps fund its activities. It is the responsibility of the council, as stated in the Gambian National Policy for Decentralization and Local Government 2015-2024, which the overall sanitation of the local government area rests with the council. Proper sanitary care is essential for ensuring efficient and uninterrupted service delivery. We inspected the Soma market as part of our review and made the following observation. We found an entire component of the toilet facility of the main market shut as a result of defects. This has resulted in the sharing of the only remaining component by both male and female. This also means that the facility is simply inadequate for the whole market to share. There was also no water facility installed at the toilet, resulting in users to provide water for themselves in order to use the facility, even though they had to pay for its use. The restroom attendant was also found not equipped with any safety gear such as uniforms and gloves to ensure his own safety. He lamented that such gears have never been provided to him. The staff at the market did acknowledge the situation at the market but could not provide us with the reason for the continued poor state of sanitation. The management of the council did not also provide us with an explanation since the query was shared with them. During our observation, we noted the difficulty the users face with the situation. Many we interviewed complain of the poor state of the facility, which at times causes them to resort to a neighboring house for the restroom needs. We refer you to the page 406. You have the photos. 3.2 on page 30, inadequate water supply was also a concern at the market. Page 30. Page 31, unmanaged dump site. On page 3.3, just a quick one. We visited the Bureng market, which hosts the weekly market Lumo, for a verification exercise. One notable observation was the indiscriminate refuse dumping all over the market. This resulted from the uncontrolled dumping coupled with the lack of collections of the refuse by the authorities. The situation has left the vicinity of the market to an unsavory site, which was only getting worse with time. The annexures and the pictures were attached. The Bureng Guest House on page 32, 3.4. We inspected the council guest house at Bureng to assess its current operational state. From our review, it was apparent that the place was significantly underutilized. This was corroborated by the center watchman, who confirmed that they now receive much less guests now than they used to have. We observed that most of the structures, including the electrical installation at the center, have fallen into disrepair. Most of the damages have not been repaired, leaving several rooms unusable. There are also no record available to show the revenue generated from the center. The authorities at the council were also not in the position to provide an explanation to why. Honorable Chair, this is the snapshot of the management letter, but their response and the auditors' further comment also are there. That will help you in your discussion. Thank you. No, they need to do the activity report.
Tomorrow, I mean for this financial statement. And tomorrow will be the monetization of the sales report. We will proceed with the activity report, and as usual, the chairman will take us through. Then from there, the members will take us through the report. And then the third report also will be considered tomorrow. Now let's proceed to the activity report. Activity report also is 2019. Can I ask if we are expecting 2019 to 2021? For the financial statement, we are clear that we presented 19 and 20 are on that, at draft stage. About your activity report for 2019 and 2021. We have 19, 20, and 21 that we are expecting. We have 19. We have 19 and 21. What are they done? 21. So now you have to present the 2019 activity report. Yes. Thank you very much. Are you using the mic?
Yes.
That's it, Alan. We can summarize, try to give us the resolution of that.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chairman. I hereby present activity report for Bansakongo Area Council for 2019. The project plan for implementation in 2019 were geared towards enhancing development of communities through participative approaches. And here I want to indicate that we did this in line with our strategy plan, which is as well tuned to the National Development Plan. That is 2018-2022. This report, therefore, is important as it reflects on the Council's achievements and challenges, as well as the beneficiary communities, as well that of the beneficiary communities encountered in the development process. Notwithstanding, achievements have been made in the drive towards the improvement of the communities in crucial areas of notably Masakuka Area Council support to COVID-19 in collaboration with relevant stakeholders. I just read these bullets as indicated: capacity building and institutional development of decentralized structures through bottom-up facilitation process aimed at empowering the people. That is basically targeting the decentralized structures, the PDC, the WDCs. Provision of infrastructure.
Honorable Chair, can I observe? It seems, I don't know, maybe I'm confused. But because right now here we are talking about 2019 activity report. But then we are also dealing with also Masakongo Area Council support COVID-19. And the COVID-19 first case was in 2020, March 17. So I'm not too sure if there is a problem with their document, because they're talking about COVID-19, and COVID-19 is 2020. And the first case report in Gambia was on March 17, 2020. But their report for 2019, they're talking about COVID-19. So I'm not sure, maybe I'm confused or something seems wrong somewhere.
Yeah, I mean...
you understand what I'm saying? Yeah, because the report is dealing with COVID-19, but COVID-19 was in 2020, not 2019. So I don't know if there's an error somewhere.
Yeah, maybe it's a misplaced point in the report. You are right. I just take note of it. That's why I had a break when I reach at the point, I think that might have been a misplaced this thing. Yeah, but actually, by
Yeah, I think this is an instruction for the executive summary. You have the previous report does not have the executive summary. Perhaps during the course of preparing or extracting for executive summary,
yes,
would have resulted.
yeah, the previous report we had to adjust the executive summary later, and I think the CEO is just informing me maybe that the issue of COVID-19 was misplaced in this report, because we had the 2020 report and the subsequent ones as well. This one doesn't have the executive summary. I'm not sure whether the reports that you are having have executive summary.
Yeah, it does not have executive summary, and one will not see also the aspect of COVID.
2020. 2020.
Yes, if you go through the activity report for 2019, yes, it is observed that the aspect of COVID-19 is not captured here. I think this is a misplaced in the executive summary. We don't have the COVID in the activity report, so I don't know how it comes in the executive summary. Yeah, that is for the executive summary. Am I right?
It's in the introduction.
In the introduction. Yeah. This one, I think you compare the two documents, the one and then this one. This was the first one that was submitted, and that was developed to have the executive summary. Then the second one, that's where you have the executive summary. But in the first one, there is no element of COVID-19.
Yeah.
That the element of COVID-19 is reflected in the second one, where they have the executive summary. So I think this one is more reliable.
No. In fact, that's what the CEO is just telling me. I think the whole thing happened in the cut and paste, maybe in the computer, when the executive summary was prepared. That's what he's just telling me, because of the adjustment.
So what do we do? I think it's better we use this one.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe we use this one and make an addition on the other one where you have the COVID-19. So we disregard that one for now and use the other one. Yes. Apart from the introduction and the executive summary, the rest of the content remain the same as it is in the book. Yes, and that is this one. Yeah.
So which document are we going to use?
We are proposing that we use this one for now.
Alias submission.
Yes, while we review this and put it intact. Maybe we will now replace it later adequately.
When in doing so, you can give us the summary.
Yeah.
Yeah, after the introduction, the rest you can give us the summary.
Yeah. The introduction will just show the geography of Mansakonko as in Lower River region and its population and the landscape. But I think we go straight into the activities. And main activities during the period was mainly training. And the training is based on, first, let's say, the structures I mentioned earlier, the different decentralized structures, EDCs, village development committees, and ward development committees. And specifically, if you flip over, this was supported in partnership with the Sakeno project, UNICEF, UNDP, UNCDF, and UNCDF. They were key partners in this process as to the capacity enhancement for WDCs and EDCs. But this period, under the period also, there were some cases of staff training, which is one of the priorities in the strategic plan to build capacities of staff. And I think this is highly required and recommended by the council at the time, because we inherited a council that was highly deficient of staff capacity and in capacity in general. So which of course has reflected in some of the indications in the report that was presented. So we systematically were looking at some key staff to train them, and that is still continuing. Infrastructural development also was high on the agenda of the council. Significant infrastructural development took place, which include the Bureng Lumo, the Bureng Lodge. As you can see, we stock it with beds, new beds, and refurbish it for to be fit for use. Also, some other key projects were implemented, which include the construction of two multi-purpose centers, one in Quinella and one in Yara Central, which is Chapine. Also, we implemented the construction of a conference center, a state-of-art conference center called Mansakonko Area Council Conference Center. And part of the same, there was a construction of extension of the market, new car park as well. Yeah. So, as also in line with our strategy, we also contributed to projects at the ward level. That is to see how we work with the councillors rather, to stock them with some finance to implement some of their projects at the council level, at the ward level. So, which of course costed about $420,000. That was evenly distributed among the various wards for implementation. Compensation of land. This basically was based on some of the projects that we implement, notably the conference center land. We had to do some compensation. It was actually on mutual arrangement, but we have to give at least some compensation for the place, which was in the amount of $175,000 to the Kabilo that owned the land. Repair of CEO's quarters was also another project that was implemented. Road rehabilitation, and this road rehabilitation includes that of Batelin, linking and some other small roads, feeder roads that were supported. And also, we had some electricity extension program that the council supported, which include extension of electricity to two suburbs of Soma, that is Saramaudo and Darussalam in Jara Soma, and also water expansion in Piankayaf. This one was an existing structure, so we had to support to expand it based on the nature of the community. There was no adequate water facility. So after the need was expressed by the community, we expanded on their water facility to reach to some other side of the community. Provision of water facility in Pianjane Punda was also, this was a very comprehensive borehole project that was implemented by a highly qualified company for sustainable water supply to the community of Janepunda. Youth and women development, as usual, council always put aside some allocation for youth and women, targeting some youth and women interventions, notably some other activities that involve youth, and also for women as well, in the side of training and women empowerment projects, we do put aside some amount for them. And this particularly for the youth, it was targeting NECOM. NECOM was supposed to come, and there was some investment, but due to COVID-19, subsequently, NECOM was postponed, but then we had already done the solution. Hand pump rehabilitation, this was done in Medina Angale, in Kabada, in the Kabada regions of LRR. Collaboration and partnership. Partnership is strong pillar for the council, bearing in mind that no institution can do it all alone. The council continues to create synergy with other stakeholders to demonstrate create linkage and partnership within and out, bearing in mind that the council don't have it. So business and partnership was very key during the period. So we had some challenges apart from what activities have been done. Low revenue base. We all know Mansafuka Area Council, if not having the lowest revenue base. Mobility is indeed a major challenge. That is in terms of transport or transportation. No government subvention. On time payment of government. We have, but not only government, but even taxes, rates and taxes from taxpayers within the community. Sometimes it's challenging to collect tax from them, but even sometimes it's even very late. They will not pay on time. So this is very challenging. Inadequate staff capacity, I already have mentioned it, because we all will agree capacity is never enough. But some extent, it is very serious. We inherited a staff capacity that is very low. And indeed, it was very challenging for us to implement the set target for our project plan and our activities. Okay, this one is talking about the council's other revenues being targeted or now pushed to other institutions, notably the livestock, the sand mining, and signboards being given out. I think that also featured in the audit report. So I think, in short, this is the activity report. I thank you very much for your kind attention.
Thank you very much, the chairperson, for the presentation. Now we have completed the presentations of the financial statement and then the activity report from the Conco Area Council 2019. And the auditors are working on the 2020 and 2021.
Chairman, sorry, if you may allow me, there is also an annex, which is the annex is a tabula or a matrix of which is a summary in matrix form of the report. That also is available.
Which one?
Yeah, the latest one. Pardon?
No,
Yes. Yes.
We are making reference to the
Yeah. Okay.
one you presented.
Okay. We will incorporate that accordingly and then resubmit that as well. Yeah.
Thank you very much. That has brought us to the end of the presentation of the report, financial statement, and then the actual report from Mansafongo Area Council for 2019. We look forward to the auditors to complete the 2020 and 2021, likewise each year. Now, the said report, according to our schedule, will be considered at the same time, 10 a.m. tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be here to witness the consideration of the state report. In the meantime, the members of the committee will be going to likewise the subject matter session. And then we'll pose some questions, some clarification regarding issues that they are raised in the state report. During the course of the consideration, before the report could be adopted by the committee for onward submission to the plenary. And then, not honorable members, I have anything to say before we close the debate. No issue? Okay, in the absence of no other issues, once more we thank you, Mansafongo Area Council, for responding to our call, and then the National Audit Office, BBA, our able subject matter specialist. Now, we resume tomorrow exactly this time for the consideration. Can somebody move that we adjourn the sitting? Yes, it has been moved and seconded that the sitting be adjourned until what until 2 p.m. This time around, not Mansafongo Area Council, but a different council, but for the members, until 2 p.m. It has been moved and seconded that we adjourn the sitting until 2 p.m. Those in favor, please say aye. And those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. Don't mind him.
Do you not have it? It cannot be. Yes. So 2 p.m.
Mansafongo, we know traffic jam. Please let's endeavor. Consideration will consume most of our time. So let's try to be here as exactly on time, that is by 10 a.m. so that we can start exactly by 10 a.m.